shooting star.
It's Christmas time.
I won't care. A shooting star.
This is our local coffee place. It's also a laundromat. They make pretty good lattes. So it's that time of the year again where we start thinking about gift giving. Being that I wanted to go ahead and start woodworking, I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and make a gift for my wife. Originally, when I made the box, it was only supposed to be a jewelry box, specifically to hold her charms in. I didn't really admit to that in that video because it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. However, I think I found a solution to the problem. So the goal for this box is not only to look aesthetically pleasing, but also to be able to hold all of her charms and her charm bracelet all in one confined space. Now, Steve Ramsey made a video that I really loved. It was about a keepsake box, and I'll show some of it here.
This is a great scrapwood project. This is a perfect reason to make yourself a crosscut sled.
Please go watch his video. He does an amazing job going through how to create this box, which I 100% stole the inspiration for this from, even though I am changing the inside. It is most definitely him that guided me through this process. So a few things my wife does love. One of those things is books, which obviously the box looks like a book. And so with her also love of Pokemon, several years ago I bought her this charm bracelet. The goal for this is to make the inside where the pages are little sections where she can put her charms in. And then I want the book cover to open, and that will have her charm bracelet inside of it, being able to basically just push whatever's holding it down on the charms themselves to keep them from moving around and getting out of place and possibly scratching each other. Another thing I need for this build is going to be a crosscut sled. So in this video, we're going to accomplish those two things where I build a crosscut sled, as well as the keepsake box or charm bracelet box for my wife for Christmas. So let's get started.
What's up?
What you making me?
A present.
For the record, she just slammed the door. Sorry. And just so we're aware, because I don't know that these two lines are parallel, I set the runners in and ran this board through at a 90. So I know this is 90 degrees or parallel to the runners. I've got my combo square and I'm pushing it against this edge, and when I run it against it, and I come up on this, it hits square on that board, meaning that this is square or perpendicular to this line. So we're good now. That's one. So I sanded. I think I'm happy with that profile. It's a little bit thicker. I don't like that I did that to the wood, but it should be fine. So I'm gonna put the dowels in. I really don't want to remake this, but if I do, I do. I'll just deal. It is able to open and close down. Positive stop. Nice.
I love fall. Those leaves, they're gorgeous.
First thing in the morning. Hi, sweetie. Yeah? Oh. Something to tell me? How's your ear? It looks like it healed. Good. She got into a fight somewhere and had a scratch in her ear, but she looks like she's doing fine. Yeah? Alright. Well, I gotta get working. I got work to do. Alright. I got work to do, buddy. So I spent the morning squaring things up. And I sanded these smooth. So now, I'm gonna show you what we're doing. I'm adding the spine in here, and we got the box out of this miter, or the miter box out of the clamps. And as you can see here, it's way too big to fit in between these. So we'll need to trim those down. That was actually by design. And I'm gonna make a mark. Here, another one right here, and that'll be the side that I want to cut toward. Now we're going to do the glue up. I need to be able to attach this back to the spline, or the spine to this base. I'm going to glue this in here as well, which should help support it. And I've got tiny little clamps now to kind of make sure that will happen. Gorgeous day for woodworking. Oh, you're coming back, Louie? Yeah. Stay. All right. So, I think this was a good practice piece. I'm actually going to remake this. I'm not going to show me remaking it because the process is exactly the same. But some issues that happened, I accidentally chipped this out when I dropped this piece on basically a moving blade. On the table saw. I didn't think that I don't know, I'm clumsy and I chipped it out. So I was gonna try to fix that, but also when I was sanding this little bevel, I didn't do it by hand, which I should have done because I made these sticks. For that purpose, I used an oscillating sander, I used a random orbital sander, but I actually went through where the hole was here and I patched it with basically I made some wood filler. That looks not the best. This is a Christmas present. I want it to look the best way possible, and therefore I'm gonna remake it. I am still gonna keep this though, because I think it's a really good, again, practice piece, and I'm probably gonna repurpose it with some of my drill bits. Some of them are really small, or like some small pieces, because it's a fairly decent box. So yeah, I'm gonna remake the box, and then from now on, you won't see this one unless I'm doing some practice stuff with it, which I'll probably do. I'll probably do the practice, I'll probably end up doing, I don't know what they're doing over there. What I'll probably end up doing is using this to do the inlay for the charms, which I have 1/4 inch plywood for that, and I'll cut those into strips and do those in here. And practice that before I do that on the end result. All right. I'm not sure exactly how many clamps I need, but we're gonna redo this glue up because last time I didn't get a very good show of it. So the glue up process, because of the width, I have to use 1 foot clamps, which really sucks. But essentially, I'm gonna clamp down this way, and the same on the other side. Afterwards, I'm going to clamp down this way on this side and this side, which will hold it down to this part. And then when you use these 4-inch clamps, which I think should be able to hold the front, looks like it should be able to hold the front. So first things first, we're gonna get glue all over this poplar. There we go. That glue up the second time went a lot easier. All right. So what you're gonna ask, Ryan, what about the top? Right here? This is actually gonna go over to my coworker's place, and he is going to laser engrave it with a little specialized saying for Chelsea. Basically, she loves Pokemon, so I am going to this is obviously for Pokemon Charms as well, so I'm gonna put a picture of the Pokemon that we have that she likes, as well as like a Pokemon charm thing to like let her know like Chelsea's Pokemon charm or something like that. I don't know exactly what the wording is. I created it already. I'll show you here right now, right here. So I'm sure she's gonna like it. Let's get that done, and then I'll come back to this. So last night, you can't really see it very well, but I did a grid, and it's supposed to fit inside this box, which is the final box. And I wanted to kind of see where we were at. And 4.5 by about 7 inches. It's not exact, but what the idea is to basically use 1/4 inch ply to create a grid to put Chelsea's charms in. And then from there, I can coat it in velvet and I can glue it into place. I have self-adhesive black velvet, and what I'll do is I'll just end up taking actual measurements off of this and just sliding it in. However, to make sure I'm gonna be doing it correctly though, we're gonna try on this one first and see if I can create that grid that matches up.
What?
It is happening again.
Started using this. It worked. Basically fit in here. You know what? That turned out better than I expected, and I'm actually really super proud of myself. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I am super proud of myself. Doggone, I'm good. So we're gonna take this, put it away. And I'm gonna make the other one. Okay, so it's not perfect. But again, I am super proud of myself. I got it in there. It is a grid. This allows her to have some smaller charms on this side, and then bigger charms on this side if there are bigger charms, or some spacers where she can kind of gather them up. It's got plenty of room at the top, so I can put some foam insert, which is what I'm going to be using to hold her charm bracelet in place. This does need, again, some fine tuning. It's not exactly perfect, but God, it's plumb in there. I mean, it comes out if you shake it, but I'm gonna stop for today. That's a great stopping point. Woo! Yeah! Alright, so I took out the insert, which still goes in very well. I'll probably have to sand this down a little bit on all sides. But we're going to cover it, the base and the sides, in velvet. Alright, there we go. The box is coated in velvet. I got this laid up in the pattern, and after some finagling, and it did need some finagling, what I'm going to do is take some CA glue that I got. This is thick. I'm going to put it on these stretchers. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna let that sit. Let it dry.
So while filming this, my coworker who was going to do the laser engraving for me, unfortunately, he and his family got incredibly sick, and I'm not going to be able to get this laser engraved in time to get it into the video. At least I don't believe so. It would be tight if I did. So I'm going to go ahead and continue it with the rest of the video without finishing the box. I just want to let you guys know that it's not the final product, but it is like 95% of the way there. The only thing left is the laser engraving and finishing by the time that this video comes out. I will post a community post with the final product, so that way you guys can see what it ended up becoming. I'll also put it on my website as well. Thank you again, guys, for sticking with me through this. I know it's a long video, but I appreciate you guys so much.
So it's been a few days. I went ahead and made this piece, which is going to go under the lid. Today's goal, because I got foam, is to cut the foam to the exact size that I can fit inside here, and then cut out an area for the bracelet to sit in. So I made a template. This is actually smaller than the inside of the box, but it's big enough to cover all those holes. The reason why I want that is because I need to make sure that it's easy to get in and out whenever we're lifting the box lid up and down with this on top. Took some finagling, but it's about as good as I'm gonna get. Bracelet is about this size. I'm going to take my knife and cut out the area. Alright, it's not the cleanest. This is a prototype, but as you can see, it fits in there, and when I lay it in, it's not really sticking out. not bad at all. It works. That's nice to have a concept come to life. Next up is glamour shots.